Oh, right. I didn't fully completely explore this area. I'm trying to see if there's a back way into that room. Because if not, then that means we just have to come in later, or I'm missing something big. So we're gonna check out this train station because maybe it loops back. There's a ton of restricted areas after all. We have places that could have vents. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to make my way inside of a place. Alright. There's like 4 different restricted areas, actually probably more. So I want to see why. Why is there so many restrictions in this place? Do I actually get anything super beneficial? So far, not much. All I can see is that there's a very tempting target, and apparently a vent that could go by this entire area. Oh, wow. What the hell is this? I want to find out. For future purposes. Does this not lead out to anywhere? Oh, yes it does. Here we go. Destroy the wall. Almost fooled me. Alright. So... Oh.
You and me, folks. The Collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world, despite whatever praises the underground media wants to sing. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you, live, from Picus.
Vegas. Huh. What? Where the hell am I? Oh, that could have been really bad. Alright. Where the fuck am I? I'm in an apartment complex I've never been in before. I gotta look at the name. Lubus Apartments. Huh! Well, apparently one of the apartments leads all the way down into the train station via the vents in the back areas. I'll have to check that place out thoroughly later on, but I'll leave that for later, future Golem. I'll wait until we have a mission that points me in the direction of this area. For now, I'm just gonna go through and finally get on that landing pad. Okay, it is finally time for us to resume a bit of the main story. And by resuming the main story, I mean we're gonna go to a completely different area. Oh, hold up, almost missed some crafting parts. There we go.
So what happened is,
Miller?
I can't just take time off.
Ooh. Are you
I know
talking?
that.
Are you talking to your husband,
There's
Miller?
got to be another way. Another doctor she can see.
Oh, doctor.
Try telling him that. I'm just afraid he's going to go behind my back and do it anyway.
Hi, I wasn't eavesdropping on your conversation or anything. I also didn't break into your apartment, steal your sniper rifle, find out a whole bunch of stuff about you. By the way, how's your personal life going, Miller?
Problems?
Nothing I can't handle. We're just waiting on chicane.
So tell me about this new lead then. The Intellicam footage.
State police dropped it off this morning, badly corrupted. But Cheng worked his magic and managed to recover some images. They show an org in a yellow hoodie, dropping bags where each bomb went off.
You ran facial recognition? Got an ID?
Couldn't see his face. But the bags are the same ones used by Talus Rucker and his aid workers in the Utilec complex.
That's a stretch.
3 bombings in Prague in 6 months, Jensen. All of them after the leader of ARC took up residence in that ghetto. Rucker needs to answer for these attacks. Here's chicane now.
Yeah, that's not Malik or Marique or whatever her name was.
Am I late? Are you too early?
You're right on time. Agent Jensen was just agreeing that we need to bring Rucker in.
Quick snatch and grab. Should be easy enough.
So we've already decided he's guilty?
We just need to talk to him on our terms, not when he's surrounded by fanatics. Getting into Gollum isn't the problem. Reaching Rucker is. Ark territory is fiercely defended. No one sets foot in there.
Not even the state police?
They can't.
Rucker wasn't forced into Gollum City. He bought his way in.
Blackmailed would be more apt. He threatened to go public with evidence of a humanitarian crisis. One that the United Nations Security Council had swept under the rug.
Got them to force the Czech government to hand over part of the Utelek complex to him. A little bit of hush real estate, so to speak.
He stays quiet and guarantees safety for himself and his followers. Smart. So how do I get in?
I've made a deal with an Ark prospect named Tibor Sokol. Promised to get his family out of the complex, so long as he gets you past Ark's checkpoints.
You trust him?
We have to. It's that or nothing. Sokol will meet you at an apartment in the housing district. Number 237. Any questions?
Sure, can I just not go through the front door? I'm sure that whatever that guy's gonna do will be fine, though.
You ask me. Rucker sounds more like a savvy politician than a terrorist.
These days, lines tend to be blurred.
But Rucker was a highly respected doctor, with no military training. What am I missing here?
Rucker is a man of deeply held convictions, with an unshakable belief in his own righteousness. Doesn't take much to push a man like that to terrorism.
Man's a zealot.
He's a suspect. Just bring him in.
I'm surprised he didn't just use the fact that he has a bunch of fanatics around him as the big excuse. You can be like a reasonable leader and then have crazy people following you who do shit for you even though you don't want it. It can happen.
You really believe Ark is responsible for these attacks? For all of them?
Ark has had the means, motive, and opportunity every time.
Even Dubai? Rucker and the Coalition are still confined to Gollum City. They have a heavy police presence keeping an eye on them.
Gollum isn't a concentration camp. You grease the right palms, you can get the papers you need to come and go.
I find that hard to believe.
So get me the evidence to prove otherwise. Get to tell us, Rucker, and bring him in, Agent.
Fine. I mean, you say that all you have to do is get some papers, but that was an entire augmented attack squad, man. That's more than just a few papers. Someone would have had to have noticed that shit.
Let's get this over with.
Let me know when you've got Rucker.
Let me know when your relationship's straight.
Goddamn, Jensen. Every time I look at you, I can't believe the amount of jewelry you've got on. Tell me, how's that aftermarket shit working out for you?
Never better. Maybe you should reconsider. What with that limp?
Nah, I like my limp. Keeps me honest. You ready to light out?
Sure. Wait, hold up. I want to see this stuff. You're my only backup on this one. I still have some things I need to take care of before we leave. No, I'm good. I'm sure we'll return. The problem with advancing the main story is I know that there's going to be a point where shit changes in terms of what's going to happen here. And that's something I've tried to explore a lot without touching the main story, because we could head over to Gollum City and then a terrorist attack could happen and then suddenly I'm not able to check out all the places that I've been wanting to because, say, there's more of a military presence or maybe the fucking buildings are blown up too. It's hard to know because this is a blind Let's Play. So I'm not entirely sure, but we'll go. I'm sure the first couple of missions won't blow up this huge city hub. So we'll just ask him some questions and then head out.
You're my only backup on this one. Before we leave, I'd like to know you've actually got my back.
Trust me, I flew 10 years in the SAAF and 5 in the private sector moving corporate heads. And in all that time, I've never lost a fare.
How many years with TF-29?
2, which is a year and a half longer than you from what I understand. So you want to keep talking resumes, waste more of our time? Or will you trust me to get the job done?
No, I'm not ready yet. Oh, wait. Oh, come on. I couldn't ask him the other stuff? What? That makes me really sad. Fine, God, yeah, let's go.
Let's do this.
Good. Strap in.
We're heading to Golem City. The Og City. Well, the Og Ghettos. You know, I'm gonna be really sad if Rabia isn't a place we can actually visit.
But still we have no answers. No one has yet claimed responsibility. Dr. Talos Rucker, the leader of ARC, posted a letter condemning the attack. Sources close to the investigation, however, tell me that Rucker and ARC may be behind it after all. I don't know about you folks, but with the upcoming...
Interesting pre-game ritual you've got there. You getting pissed enough to end this guy yet?
I got a no-kill order.
Is that right? Would have thought he'd done enough to warrant extreme prejudice.
How far out are we?
Coming up on it now. Not many spots I can set her down. You got a preference?
Get as close to the ground as you can. I'll take it from there.
Whatever you say, boss.
Aw, man, we've got an aggressive police force here as well. Probably more aggressive, honestly.
Jensen, still got all your parts together?
I'm fine. How close did you get me to our contact's location? I was in Unit 237.
Jesus, Jensen, I didn't put you on his doorstep. Residential sector should be just ahead of you. Me, I'm gonna switch to autopilot, have a coffee. Let me know if things get interesting.
That's a smart idea. You do what you want. I'll be flying around here, ready to pick you up at any time. People are still yelling at me to go away.
Usually, a humanitarian disaster like this would get a lot of press in foreign news. But given that these are augmented people, there is not much we can do here, other than make people as comfortable as possible.
Ugh,
Not
this is
without
disgusting.
supplies.
We got bugs actively walking around. People just sleeping in the streets. I mean, we already had that in the other parts of Prague, but this is much worse.
But you must be strong.
I'm assuming that's Rucker? They have their own televisions here, yay. Okay, we're still gonna turn those off.
I'm busy.
Yeah, these liars.
Hey, you have any poses?
The cops are out of
You
control.
got any poses? No? Well, fuck you!
Yeah, the subtitles were wrong. I have Posey. I have neuropazine for people.
I don't suppose you've got any neuropazine you can spare, do you?
I do. Neuropazine isn't cheap, nor is it easy to come by. I don't really need to barter. I wish I could back out of the conversation and save.
I have what you're looking for, but new pause isn't cheap, nor is it easy to come by.
Fresh off the boat and already fitting in. Fine. But cash is a pretty scarce resource around here. I prefer dealing in information.
What kind of information?
Give me the neuropazine first, then we'll see.
That's sketchy, but yeah, fine, whatever.
Here. Now what have you got for me?
There's a so-called market in this complex. On your way to it, you'll probably see some storage units.
I'm listening.
One of them belonged to a patient of mine. A freedom fighter. Who no longer needs it. You might find something useful inside. Here's the code.
Check it out.
Word of advice? You might want to keep a low profile tonight. Golem City can be sketchy in the best of times. This definitely isn't one of them.
Why? What's happened?
Haven't you heard? Terrorists try to blow up Ruzika Station. And even though people here couldn't have had anything to do with it, the cops need someone to blame.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
These cops, they're looking for members of ARC?
We're all members of ARC to them, one way or another. And some of us may have even done bad things, but not the kind of things the rest of the world says we've done.